Hey, welcome back. Thank you for coming. Hope you stay. This is Captain Black 2 coming to you live. So, yep, we're going to do some HvV today. Oh, that's some garbage. Alright, hold on a second here. So we're going to do some, like I said, HvV. I'm going to play as Aiden and Lando. Great. One kill each, and then I think after that we will move to Saber Heroes. Yeah, looks like we got a game. Alright, we'll go for Lando and Aiden immediately. Get a kill and move on to Saber Heroes after that. I think Grievous, Yoda, Maul, whichever Obi-Wan to be. Alright, here we go. Wow, only 3 of us.
And now, the fate of the galaxy
I
will
gotta
be
switch to my
determined,
joystick.
or
No!
not. Does it matter
I
when
can't
there's
use this
graphic
joystick.
violence?
Oh my god. Not used to joystick.
For our first hero.
And they got a 4th, really? This may not go so well.
What to do? Let's give it a shot. What can I do for you?
Still haven't got a kill. That's okay.
I'm counting on you!
You know, I'm much handier.
headphones. I really do. There's no consistency.
Lando, if things go wrong.
I know, I'm taking my ship back.
Watch this.
Care for a challenge?
How many times do you get to throw me?
Let's see.
I know.
And here I liked you.
Oh my God! Can I get one kill, please? Come on, man! God! Fuck! Where's my team?
Catch! Looks almost like Vader. Careful where you shoot. Problem? They won't make it that easy. I'm really not a fighter.
God!
If you like, I'll take you prisoner.
Don't get up on my account.
Man, never caused trouble. One chance. We've got a good team. Have some faith.
fire put something.
Got a bad feeling. Robes and masks broken in.
Oh, look at that!
I wish we knew what we were up against. Going in!
No more! You understand?
Yet I stand before you now.
Ultimate Dragon Ride 50% complete.
No escape.
Fighting for a tyrant! Their leaders are corrupt. Come with me, Father. Away from this. chose the wrong side.
Mercio brings the conflict to a close with military-like precision.
Hey, Dan.
Alright?
I'm okay. Oh my gosh. I'm
You know,
good.
it was last night, I think, maybe it was last night. Like, you kept on sending me an invite. I was already in a group in a chat.
Oh, okay. You could have sent me one back.
I mean, like, it was already basically like a full 8.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I would have sent you that information, but, like, you know, we were, you know, pretty busy, you know.
Okay.
So, are we in live stream, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing a little HvV right now. I won't be playing probably too much tonight.
For me, like, I might have played, like, one map.
Of what? Of HvV?
Of what?
Of what? Tonight?
No, I don't play HvV. It was just like shit, I forget even what it was. It was just cool or something like that. Like beating up on one guy.
Oh.
And then I just got sidetracked with the chat. And like, screw it, I'm just gonna talk. So I'm here to talk to you. You know, I felt bad with what you said in the texting.
Oh, that's fine. If you want to join me, though, I could use 2 players. Sheldon Straw on my stream says, finally I caught a stream live again. Yesterday, I was just in time for the sign-off. Sorry to hear you had allergies. Yeah, it was not good. The headline is, the coldest or ugliest, or cruelest things I've seen. So much of the self-proclaimed ruling class being animal lovers. Yeah, no. They're all part of PETA. PETA hates animal people. PETA basically thinks animals are slaves and you shouldn't own animals. Now, oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, like, that's so interesting that you say that animals are slaves. You know, what about people? Yes, you work 40 hours a week to barely scrape by with your rent and everything else, and then you live on crumbs until the next paycheck. Are you not a slave then?
Technically, no, but I'm talking about real slaves. I mean, there's still real slavery in the world, mostly like in the United Arab
not in
Emirates.
America or something. You know,
there
in
still
Africa,
is. You've got people that are,
of course,
taken, put on drugs until they can turn them out into prostitutes. We're talking like kids, you know, from like 12 all the way up to, you know, in their 30s. So it still happens here too. It's a big problem. So, but I mean, true slaves is basically like the UAE. They call them like indentured servants. They get most of them from India, or they kidnap them, or they get them sold like kids to actually ride camels. They're literally capture kids to become camel jockeys and ride in the camel races in the UAE. Although they do have robotic camel jockeys that they can use. But it's not good. But we're talking about animals. I mean, these elitists want us to let our animals die. That doesn't mean necessarily kill them. They're saying like, well, if your animal gets cancer, let it die.
yeah,
Don't bother going to veterinarian.
I saw that post from freaking Memology 101. It's just like, you know, oh, you having trouble with gas prices? You know, maybe forego chemotherapy for your dog.
Yeah.
And maybe, like, you know, eat shit. I'm like, how about
Eat
you
lentils.
go fuck yourself?
How about
how about
they
that?
the Keystone Pipeline back, but I just heard that the company's been fighting to get it done for 16 years in court battles and stuff, and they finally just gave up. So the Keystone Pipeline to bring oil from Canada to the United States is officially dead. Unless Trump comes in and basically waves a magic wand with Republican Senate and the Congress and just clears out all those lawsuits. It's so stupid. You don't see the lawsuits every time a Democrat wants to fart and do something. Like Hunter Biden wants to buy a whore and do coke or crack. It's so stupid. Alright, finally we got a game. So how you doing tonight, Dan?
I don't know. I mean,
No pain and suffering when these legendary titans
I
collide.
just got a whole bunch of information dumped on me with work and stuff, and I just don't really know how to take it, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh my gosh, I just got toasted by Obi-Wan. Snuck up. Ugh.
Stay off my position.
It really sucks when like like I play the most Friday night, I play all day Saturday, I play pretty much all day Sunday until maybe like 9. And then like when you're finally at mic, I just don't feel like playing.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. I usually have certain times that I like to come on, and it's usually
Really late. I can say like, oh, I'm not playing. But I do hope that, you know, I hope that everybody's okay.
yeah.
Like I saw all those texts that you sent. I'm just like, oh god.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. My wife swallowed that Wendy's chili bean, and then it finally came out while she was in the hospital. And the doctor.
What?
Oh, we didn't. Oh, I thought you knew about that. I thought I texted you that.
A chili bean.
Yes.
We have to
I'm
check
serious.
right now.
She didn't chew it. She literally inhaled it into her lungs and put her in the hospital.
I don't mean to laugh at that.
No, and then they didn't see it.
Alright. Okay, guys, my wife, daughter, blah blah blah. 2 weeks.
So then, because they didn't see the chili bean in her throat.
What? How could you not see that? Don't they do X-ray?
They did an X-ray, they did a CAT scan, and we didn't show up. So after she coughed it up, they got a second, maybe a third opinion, but at least a second. Now, oh, there it was. Well, you douchebags, why the hell didn't you see it before? That just pisses me off that they missed it.
Well, it sounds like you got the so-called Sunday crew. So that's a term I made up. So if you go to any fast food restaurant on Sunday, you're gonna get your fucking order wrong. It's gonna be slow as shit. It's the Sunday crew. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know like a freaking nail from a screwdriver, pretty much. They're like, I don't know. Like, well, you're fucking working here. Maybe you should know, you know? Damn.
pacifist. Our crushing
That's it, you
competition.
pieces of garbage.
Well, I just hope that I'm glad that everyone's okay, but like at the same time, like the complete incompetence and stupidity.
Well, yeah, now she's got pneumonia because of it.
Okay, so that's a sickness that like you're too cold for too long.
No.
Ammonia? I thought that was.
No, that's, it's just, your lungs fill up with water. It can cause by different things. It can start as, say, bronchitis, where you're coughing. It can start as a cold. It can start as you just getting sick with something else. Anything that causes water to collect in your lungs is considered pneumonia. Many different causes.
I was wrong completely, but I do hope that she gets better.
Yeah, it's only in one lung. I had it once when I was first in the Navy, and it was bad. I had double walking pneumonia. I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. I think I shared with you that I wanted to be in the Navy a long time ago, but it's just, you know, I just like second guessed myself too much. I just said no, which apparently turned out for the better. You know, but like with what's happening now with Ukraine and Russia, you know, the world needs to do something. Like a couple weeks ago.
Do nothing.
You know,
Leave them alone.
like a fucking month ago.
They're both asshole countries. Screw them both.
Now, the thing is, if you do nothing, do you really think that Russia's going to stop with Ukraine? They're going to invade Poland.
Who says they're going to do that? That's speculation.
Because Russia is the new Nazis. They're the new Third Reich.
I'm not going to fall for that garbage. Not again. They tried to sell us back in the 80s and stuff.
Well, I mean, like, if you do remember the great General Patton.
Yeah, he wanted to keep going.
Yes, he did, and he was right. And look where we are now. He said that we defeated the wrong enemy. No, we defeated the right enemy, but the Soviet Union was another enemy. So then, Cold War horseshit, Berlin Wall horseshit, with Obama, with Crimea or whatever, and now with Ukraine, and now China's going to see that the world's doing nothing. They're going to invade Taiwan. North Korea is going to invade South Korea. And then Jerusalem, or whatever, is going to be attacked by freaking, you know, Egypt and Syria and Iran. And I'm like, yeah, man. I could see it happening. I can. Because the good guys do nothing. They do nothing. Until we do something, then, only then, it can be stopped and reversed. And I honestly think that China must pay for this bullshit fucking flu virus, whatever you want to call it. And with, like, you know, they have a monopoly on all raw goods in the whole world. No. Absolutely not. You know, I don't care if they have like a, you know, 2 billion man army or some shit, you know, okay. You know, what are you gonna do against firebombing, for instance, or napalm?
I agree China needs to pay, but I don't think Russia and Ukraine should just battle it out. We need another stupid war. That was the thing about Trump.
Now, if Trump was in office right now, that he should be, Russia would never even dare Now, but in the meantime, in the Democrats' freaking bizarro world, okay, so now Russia is bombing hospitals. They're killing innocent people indiscriminately. They're killing women and children in broad daylight on the streets. They're running people over in their cars with tanks because they think it's fun. Do you think that these guys are the good guys and that they will stop?
I don't think either side's good. Hey, welcome
Ukraine
to the
is
stream.
the good guys.
Nobody's the good guys in
start
this.
Shit.
Nobody's the good guys. Just because they may got attacked. I've also heard other stuff.
Why do you
your,
think that Ukraine, though? No,
for your conspiracy theories, they've been inviting people over there, and I don't know if this is conspiracy or not, but let's go there. They've told people, oh, we're going to pay you like $60,000, and that's the figure I heard. Come to our place, fight for us, and they put them up in a hotel, and that hotel gets bombed, supposedly by Ukraine itself. So they can generate more sympathy in the West from people like you and everybody else. I'm not going to fall for this garbage again. I'm not going to be pushing to another war that the Democrats want to start again. Not going to happen.
Well, I mean, like, the only thing that Biden gives a single shit about Ukraine is because of all of his dirty money. It comes from that country.
They
now,
also well, and Ukraine's tied to Biden, so the whole administration and the press is trying to protect Biden against Ukraine. Ukraine is not the innocent people some people think. Biden's kid was hired there. The country was part of Russia, whatever, or the Soviet Union. I know they have that other small piece of Russia over there on the Baltic Sea, but if they get Ukraine, they got a bigger coastline.
No, I mean, like, I don't really know that much about Ukraine's politics or political stance. All I do know is that the Biden crime family has a lot of dirty money coming out of that country.
Oh, I got kicked.
Now, there are innocent people there in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And they are
There's
under
innocent
the
people on both sides. It's like being in Germany in the 40s. Not everybody was a Nazi. Not everybody belonged to the Nazi party. Not every soldier was a bad guy, even if they were on the German side.
Now, the thing is, Ukraine did not ask for this war.
No.
The world did not.
But NATO was pushing Ukraine to join them, and it's their version of the Cuban Missile Crisis. Russia did not want Ukraine to become part of NATO because basically, literally, they share a border with Russia. That was like, Russia kept telling them, no, Ukraine is not joining NATO. If you do that, we're going to attack. So for like at least about 8 to 10 years, they've been telling the U.S. and NATO, no, if you do this, we're going to take on Ukraine if you try to bring it in.
Okay, so how about, to put it in perspective, you are Ukraine right now. Okay.
How much? Hold on, Sheldon, real quick. What do you mean they're free in Ukraine? They just got guns to defend their country. What freedoms did they have before that? I'd like you to explain in the chat. No, Sheldon Strauss saying they deserve their freedoms. I don't think Ukraine was a free country.
I got to piss. I'll be back.
I could be wrong. But do they have a true democracy over there? Do they have true freedoms of speech? Not that we have much better here on Twitter and everything else. I'm sorry. I don't think Ukraine is the sunshine, sparkly state of the former Soviet Union bloc. Just like Venezuela. Oh, there's a glorious communist country. How's that doing today? 10 years ago, oh, it's a great country. Look at it. They're giving money to people. Now they're broke ass. I don't know. Is Ukraine a communist country currently? I haven't done my research on it, but I don't hear good things about Ukraine either. I don't want to take sides in this. We don't have to always be, as the Democrats say, we don't have to be the world's policeman. Well, why are we doing it today? And why aren't the Europeans and the Germans doing anything about it? Why do we got to do this? They're there on the continent. Oh, they're being blackmailed because they got to buy Russians oil? It doesn't matter if we don't buy Russians oil. And by the way, we still are. All of Europe is still buying Russian oil and gas. Hey, Jay's just not loud. Welcome. I mean, really, true freedoms don't exist in most places. Are the people of England free to criticize the government? Are they free to say Rachel Devine is not a woman? You got what is it? What's his face? Well, her face, I guess. Whatever. Jenner saying keep these men out of women's sports. All right. Oh well, okay. Yes, everybody deserves to be free. China deserves to be free. The Uyghurs deserve to be free. We still have to pick and choose our battles. Europe needs to step up. If NATO means anything, where is the Europe contingency of NATO? If they want to protect Ukraine, let them do it first. We sent over, what was it, $400 million worth of weapons, and Russia took them out with one hypersonic missile like last week? Ironically, the only thing this crisis has done actually is expand their freedoms. Yeah, well, they got guns, but how fast do you think the government's going to demand those guns back once the thing's over? You know? And if we can believe the media, Russians getting their butts kicked. So why do we need to help if Russia's getting their butts kicked?
I'm back.
You know, if Russia's getting their butts kicked, they're getting their planes shut down, they're getting their tanks blown up, they don't have food, their soldiers are deserting. What are we needed for? If everything's going so rosy for the Ukrainians.
Well, the thing is, like, okay, so you're Ukraine, you're a sovereign country, and then Russia says you can't join this club.
Yep. And we said to Cuba, you get those missiles off, we put a blockade around them. That worked really well. We were on the brink of nuclear war in 1962. Late 1962.
But the thing
it's
is...
the same thing. What?
No.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I mean, like, you know, I know we're on the same page, and, you know, we're just talking right now, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, you know, Ukraine is a sovereign country. If they want to join NATO, fine. But who the fuck is Russia to tell them no? And then to start a fucking war and kill...
Because they've been trying diplomacy for 8 to 10 years and saying they're not allowed to join it. Again,
you're taking Russia's side.
I am in this case because they have a huge nuclear stockpile. Not because I want to. I don't want to take their space, but I understand it. Again, it's their Cuban Missile Crisis. It was bad enough they were worried about nukes from Germany that we had. They had that whole buffer zone of Poland and all the rest. No, it's not good for them. You've got a guy who maybe...
fucking bad.
Everybody's worried about Russia pushing the nuke. We're pushing them to push the nuke.
No.
Yeah, we are.
Not.
If we put Ukraine into NATO, yeah, we damn well are.
No.
That
from
is
my
the problem,
Captain, that this is a completely 100% unprovoked war by Russia because Putin wants to rebuild the Soviet Union.
He wants a buffer zone.
with the complete weakness of the Biden administration, who's going to stop him?
Well, you know what Trump told him? Trump said, you move on Ukraine, I might drop a nuke on Moscow. And he told Beijing the same thing. You make a move on Taiwan, I might drop a nuke on you.
Well, why the fuck not? I would have done it already, to be completely honest. You're just waiting. You're just waiting until they do something.
That's because
like
Biden
this.
is a little puss. That's the problem. Why is my game
but in all reality, all right, Russia is killing innocent people indiscriminately. They're bombing hospitals. They're shooting people in bread lines. And all this other shit.
They told us the same thing about Iran coming in and smashing babies in the, Kuwait. Oh, they're taking babies and they're bashing their heads in and smashing them and stomping on them and all this stuff. And it was lies. I'm not going to buy the media's BS propaganda about everything they said about Kuwait, and I'm not going to buy it about what Russia's doing in Ukraine. I'm not going to buy this propaganda. I'm not going to be sold to this bullshit again. Not going to happen.
No, I mean,
I refuse to believe all this garbage coming out. Both sides are saying stupid shit, and I don't believe it.
I mean, like, I do understand with the, you know, you have to be careful about what you believe to be true or not. But, like, you know, when it's right there with the news crew.
They were using fake news footages from a video game in one of their news reports. They're using footage from other countries. There's a picture, if you look on the internet, of a soldier in a body bag smoking a cigarette, still moving.
I did see that.
Okay, well, I'm not buying this
shit.
propaganda garbage. Not gonna happen.
I'm like,
Come on.
no, hey, I'm sorry, guy, but you forgot to play Dead. I saw that shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
He's smoking. He's literally smoking. I mean, hello, supposed to be dead. And the rest of them, how do you even know there's bodies in those bags? Could be stuffed with, who knows, carpeting, whatever, meat, dead animals.
Yes. I mean, like, the only thing I really thought was Poland wanted to send Ukraine, I think, like, 49, F-16 Raptors.
And then we were going to put, F-16s into Poland, so for a no-fly zone. Yeah, I know about that.
But then, like, Poland wanted, like, MiG-29s or whatever in return, and then Biden said no.
Well, we can't give them MiG-29s because we don't make MiG-29s.
Well, of course we don't.
We make F-16s and
Poland had them.
B-1Bs and stuff.
But then Russia was, like, strong-arming Poland, like, hey, if you give them those jets, we're coming for you next. It's like, don't you get it that Russia, the Soviet Union, the Russian Federation, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they're the bad guys right now. It's going to be Russia, China, and, China's pet, North Korea, that can't even fucking survive without China.
Of course they can't.
That's going to... No, they can't.
I know
they
can't.
Would starve to
I'm
death
agreeing
within
with
a
you.
week.
I'm agreeing with you. They can't survive.
But they are the new axis of evil. Now, they better watch themselves because India has just as many troops as China, and India fucking hates China.
Yes, but guess what strange bedfells we got? India is now working with China and Russia to get off the petrodollar. Do you know what that's going to do to our economy? Oh my God. And the Saudis are starting to work with them. The petrodollar basically means all transactions for oil were supposed to be made in U.S. dollar. If they're moving to the yuan, or the whatever, Y-U-A-N, the Chinese
yuan
money,
or
whatever it's called, I don't care. The Chinese dollar, let's call it that. If they move to that and they start buying that, all these dollars will come home. It will crash our economy, and it will put us in a recession worse than, not a recession, depression worse than the 30s of last century. It'll kill us.
In my perspective, there's only one way to solve that. If you want my brutally honest truth. Okay, so if you're going to change everything to, like, the Chinese shithole dollar and fuck our country, the Kingdom Come, guess what? We're going to fucking come over there and take your goddamn oil for free.
Sheldon agrees
with you. There you go.
Sheldon agrees with you. He says, Captain, to be honest, like you...
If they want to do fucking scorched earth policy, I'll fucking show them scorched earth.
Oh my God, I may have to crash this stream because my game's crashing. I don't know what's going on. I keep getting by. I'm gonna finish up reading this real quick. Sheldon says, sounds like you're buying a little too much Russian propaganda. I'm not buying either side's propaganda. I don't give a crap about, honestly, both those countries at this point in time. You've got to fit up the nonsense from both sides. They're both full of nonsense. They're both untenable. Yeah, I wish Russia wouldn't invade. But again, they need their buffer zone like Hitler needed his buffer zone with the Sudan or the Swedenland. I get it. Okay? You're saying that Russia's Hitler. I can understand that. But no. Hitler didn't have nukes. We should have gone to war, yes, with Germany a bit earlier. But Neville Chamberlain should have never appeased Germany back then. And it's not the same comparison at this point in time. Nukes weren't on the table. Nukes were not on the table.
But it is kind of the same scenario. Like
it is somewhat similar, but again, why isn't Europe stepping up? If Germany steps up, if England steps up, if France steps up, if Italy steps up, if Spain steps up, well, what about all the North African countries? I'm not talking about Israel. I'm talking about all the rest of them. What are they doing? Nothing. And they're not part of NATO, But basically every other country in Europe, except for maybe Switzerland, is part of NATO. You know, Russia's also had a problem if like Norway, Finland, and Sweden join, or one of them maybe, two of them aren't, because again they border Russia. They don't want those states joining NATO either. They want a buffer zone, not necessarily owning the country, but just so they don't have, you know, U.S. tanks and NATO tanks on their borders. I understand that, and you guys should too. Again, it's our Cuban Missile Crisis. Can you imagine if Russia decided, hey, we're going to ship tanks over to Mexico and put them right on the thing? We've got no border walls, because, you know, Biden won't build them, but we have tanks sitting there that could roll in our backyard any minute. It's the same feeling they've got.
Yeah,
Putin doesn't want that.
No. The thing is, if Ukraine joined NATO, they wouldn't point fucking missiles at their cities. But with the Cuban Missile Crisis, they were fucking doing that shit. We wouldn't do that.
But we had them in Germany. Now, the other thing was, Russia, we declined to use it, but Russia around Moscow had a, not an ABM system. What is it? Anti-missile missiles defense system. We declined to build that. We were allowed to have
Iron
one.
Dome or like a Stinger missile thing, right?
No. Well, sort of, where they could shoot down incoming missiles. We declined to do that. We could have put one around Washington, D.C. Under the SALT 1 and SALT 2 treaties, you allowed one anti-missile defense system in your country. One. I don't know how many missiles that included. I don't know all the details of the SALT treaties. But there's a lot of history here between the East and the West. And yes, Russia's been confined. And I remember that line from Terminator 2. Aren't we friends with Russia now? Okay, what happened to that? Thought we were supposed to be all this big world. Now we got Russia getting kicked out of SWIFT. Now joining with the Chinese, basically MasterCard version of whatever the hell they're called. And joining with India. And all three of those economies together basically represent almost half the world's population. You had the billion in China, the 1.3 billion in India, and whatever Russia has, that's almost half the world's population. Not to mention if you throw in Iran, Iraq, all those Arab countries that hate us, you know, joining forces, and a lot of them are, you know, and as you said, the axis of evil. Well, basically, we're making new lines. And again, if they leave the petrodollar, we are screwed.
I mean, like, if you want...
Yeah, I agree, Sheldon. NATO needs to step up. My game is not launching. I'm really getting pissed.
You know, for instance, like I think that NATO is a toothless tiger. They're completely useless.
NATO is only as good as the people in it, and the countries in it, and the amount of money they pay into it, and the amount of troops they're going to support to it. If you don't honor your treaties, like, are we going to honor our treaty to protect Taiwan if China goes after it?
With Biden, you better... No way.
I hope so.
Like, Biden can't even change his fucking pants. Okay? Like, he's completely incompetent. All he does is walk away, or he stumbles around like a walking corpse.
All I hope is...
He's like a gaff machine. He just admitted the New World Order today.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And I'm a conspiracy theorist.
I haven't done any research on that, so... I saw the headline, but I didn't read it.
Look up the New World Order, baby.
I know what the New World Order is. I'm just saying I haven't heard him admit. Man, it's been out for since both Bushes were talking about it back in the day.
All right, so it was just a video on Memology 101.
I watched Memology. I just haven't watched it today.
Yeah. And basically, Biden says, like, you know, the New World Order is coming up, and we have to work with it to be in control of it.
Well, that's what they're also afraid of.
Daylight.
Is the New World Order crashing because of Russia defecting from it, because of Russia and China, which are not naturally friends. By the way, they've got missiles and tanks on those two borders as well. But now we're forcing them to become an ally with China. We're making the enemy of my enemy they're friends with each other now, or semi-friends. Russia wants Ukraine, great. So now China's going to want Taiwan, and they're both going to support each other. And we are screwing the dog because we started with the sanctions. You either fully go to war, or you don't do anything. How about a demilitarization agreement where NATO countries don't play combat troopers on each other's soil unless Article 4 is
No,
involved?
because you know, Captain, like I forget what country it was in. I think it might have been in Poland or Finland or something around there. But it was after World War II. The Red Army came in there and stole all of their food by gunpoint. Not because the Red Army needed the food, just because they could take it. And then they turned around and sold it, and everybody starved to death. No, it's not common history, but the Russians killed almost just as many people as the Nazis did. Even
They did
in the
more.
Holocaust.
They killed way more.
So, then I ask you this. How can you stand behind Russia?
I can't stand behind either country, but that was run by Stalin, not Putin. And it was the Soviet Union. It wasn't technically Russia.
Potato.
No, it's not. Do you think Obama is the same as Trump? Do you think?
No, because with Russia, it's the same mindset. It's a literal communist dictator state. I saw in a video that there's these Russian police people asking civilians their honest opinion. And immediately I'm just like, that's a red flag, no pun intended. And then they gave their honest opinion, and it wasn't the right opinion, and then they were immediately taken away by police. On camera, live
Yeah,
time.
I know. Dictators will be dictators. That doesn't mean they're exactly the same. I get that.
It's bad news, man. If you've ever seen Red Dawn,
I have seen Red Dawn.
If we're gonna stand over here with their goddamn hand up our ass, you know, pretty soon we'll be invaded too. You know?
Yep. Okay.
Don't mean to get you upset. I know it's apparently.
Oh, I'm not upset. I just love arguing. I just have a lot of feelings on the subject, you know.
Oh yeah, no problem. Like I love different points of view. You know, like a debate, but we can still be friends at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying.
Of course. I mean, if we agree on some political stuff, and even if we totally disagree, some people don't understand that.
I mean, you know, it's extremely important to see all sides of the story, but you know, especially with these stupid people like from a teachers union. You stand with Ukraine. First of all, they have the flag upside down, and you misspelled Ukraine. Fucking idiots. We stand with Ukraine. It's the soulless virtual signaling TikTok horseshit.
I agree.
You know, we stand with Ukraine. No, you don't. You just want clout.
You're losing ground.
Burn in hell. Like, if anything that really pisses me off is that, like, you know, like, people are fucking dying for no reason, and then you're just like, I'm gonna get clout onto the internet. When you have absolutely no skin in the game, and you're just making a joke about it with these freaking teachers that are supposed to educate our kids, and they don't even know how to fucking spell, or know geography, or know anything. Damn. For me, I'm a janitor. I know 10 times as much as these clowns.
Yeah, well, because all they read is headlines, and that's about it.
The Emperor of Extermination strikes again.
Oof. Butt kicked. Ray-Rom, thanks for coming, man. Sheldon says... Wait. to feed the U.S. Well, wait, Sheldon, I missed that. Dan, that was the Ukraine just before World War II, and they did as a punishment for not obeying Moscow. It's depicted in the
it
movie
was
Red
something like
Harvest.
that. Yeah, I mean, like, like I did say that I didn't really remember what country it was specifically, but they did do it.
They starved tons of people.
Yeah, because they are bastards. Now, like when Russia, the Red Army, went to Berlin. Okay, the Allies, like the Americans and the English and whatever, we were going to go in there, but just like, no, we got this. Russia says. I'm like, okay. They were after revenge, after Stalingrad, and how they raped and killed their people and destroyed everything. So like, we're going to go in there. I'm like, all right. But then, like, after all that was said and done, everyone was sick and tired of war, and we wanted it to be over. All right, but then Cold War, Berlin Wall, innocent Germans were killed by Russia.
Yeah, tons.
Russia is just bad. Period. They cheat in the Olympics. They murder people. Everything. Like, I honestly can't. I can't say a more fitting modern day Nazis than Russia. I just can't. I mean, I see it. They kill innocent people with no remorse. They kill pregnant mothers. They kill children. They run over people with tanks. They mine like a toy for a child to pick up, for the child to be blown up from a mine. They snipe children.
I've heard the Vietnamese did that too. They would.
Well, because they're fucking evil too.
And they
don't give a shit.
They rigged dead bodies with grenades. If you rolled over the body,
yeah,
the hand would pull the pin, and a few seconds later they'd die.
Yeah.
Or the grenade would go off. I mean, they wouldn't necessarily die, but yeah, almost.
I mean, like, I'm not kidding. Like, war is absolute complete hell, and you will see men turn into beasts. You really will. But the thing is, at the end of the day,
Sheldon,
there's really no excuse.
Sheldon, Sheldon has a question for you, Dan. Has Dan heard about the school bus that had public scrolls written on the side? Public education in the U.S. is a cruel joke on the people. What do you mean? That's actually how it was actually printed?
Well, it's like a spray painting or like a
Was
banner?
did someone spray paint it over, or was it, like he said, a banner, or was it actually printed? They couldn't spell, whoever actually put the letters on the side of the bus? I've never heard of that, Sheldon, but there's crap on both sides of all these evil empires. And don't you think that the Americans don't do that occasionally too? I mean, I want to support our troops, and most of our guys are good, but there's always rotten on every side. I mean, that's why there was some things where, some Vietnam soldiers, U.S. soldiers, got in trouble for like burning down villages and killing civilians there too. But, it's more rare. You have to have a moral compass. The official lettering on the side was public schools. That's sad. I mean, like, for me, like, I'm not going to pretend that I'm a soldier. I never was or anything like that. But I can only imagine that in war, you've seen your friends die. You've seen immeasurable suffering, and you just, like, you're there, right there, and people snap. People do. I was just watching. It's unfortunate, but it happens. I watched a couple good movies where kind of cops do the same thing. The Negotiator. What was it? No, not Jack Reacher. Jeez, what was I watching recently? 21 Bridges. That's a really good movie with the guy that played Black Panther. And there was a bunch of cops were killed in the beginning, and they all wanted payback. So, yeah, some of them didn't listen to the don't kill this person, don't kill that person kind of thing.
Well, I forget what movie it was from. but you know, this one guy was on he was on a Huey helicopter, and there was like the gunner in the window with the M60.
Yeah.
And he's just shooting anything that moves and whatever. Alright. And then one guy says, like, how can you kill women and children? And he says, easy. You just don't have to lead them as much. And then he laughs. Now that guy has lost his fucking mind. And there was no accountability for his actions at the time. But you just don't kill innocent people for fun. What the hell is wrong with you? You know? But he did it. But it's a movie. But I only can imagine what happened in real life. I think that was Apocalypse Now, maybe. I think it was with shit, I forget his name. He was in that sitcom 2.5 Men. You know, it was that guy, the main character. I just forget his name right now.
Jeez, there's 3 of us going to just one Vader and we cannot finish him. What the hell, man?
Tell your superiors.
And I just wasted my retribution. Son of a gun. My God. A 2-minute battle against 3 of us, against 3 sabers against 1 Vader. This is sad.
Dark side will not shield you forever.
So, have you seen the new trailer for Obi-Wan?
Yeah. Kick ass, but I hope they don't pull a bait and switch with that. Make the
Dude,
black witch.
I thought that, like, the freaking Grand Inquisitor, I'm like, look at his head. It looks like fucking handsome Squidward from SpongeBob. What is this? Oh my God! For first they got Cad Bane wrong. Like he looked like he had fucking like little red lipstick on his mouth. They got his voice wrong. They got his face wrong. Where are his boot rockets? Wrong. Okay, and then I was not a fan of the Rebels TV show. It was too fucking stupid and kiddie. Alright, fine. Inquisitors, it's a Disney shit, fine, whatever. But then they have the Grand Inquisitor, and he's got a bulbous freaking head like some kind of gray alien. Wrong! Again!
Yeah,
God
they got a lot of it
how
wrong.
hard is it to get it right? Really, how hard is it to get it fucking right? Who is in charge of this shit? Pull your head out of your ass and do it right now! You know? Damn. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. You got so much fucking money. You can use it as toilet paper until you die. But you can't make a show right? Oh my God. Like I've been waiting for the Blu-ray collector's edition of The Mandalorian. But no. Disney's going to continue to whore themselves. No, you have to buy Disney Plus. How about fuck you? I'm not paying for your shit. You know, especially with Mulan. You filmed that movie in China, and you think China, when not even like, 3 miles away, there's a fucking concentration camp? Fuck you. You know, and they think we're stupid. I know what the fuck they're doing.
Yep.
Disney.
Disney is asshole.
Oh my God. No. The thing is, I've heard so many times before that so-called like Melania Trump is complacent. Complacent this, complacent that. Oh yeah, you're using that word. and I don't think you know what it means. But
I do not
real
think though
complacency
you know what that word means.
is filming a motherfucking movie in a concentration camp killing innocent people. That's what real complacency is.
Yep.
Flex for me. Fuck you, Disney.
Sheldon says, I'd say to Dan that the Chi-Coms are worse. They are literally running an active genocide in the northern deserts, even during the Olympics.
You
Yep.
brought this on yourself.
Oh man, I think I might have told you this before, Captain. That can you like to put it in perspective? Like, is there only one viewer with your video right now?
No, I think maybe 2, 3.
Okay, so everybody. All right. So imagine if the world held the Olympics in Nazi Germany during the Holocaust, and everyone would say, "No, and everyone would say that this is fine. Let's play games. La la la. Oh, this is happy time." While in the meantime, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people are systematically slaughtered. Would you feel good about that?
No.
Absolutely not. And that's what China's doing. But they got the money. Money's the root of all evil.
The love
Fuck
of money,
their money.
not money. The love of money.
Whatever.
Just to be clear.
It's one and the same for me. Yeah, I get that quote messed up, whatever. But it's just money.
No, just to be clear.
You know, what
money itself
talks.
is not evil. It's
I'm
just
like, no.
Whatever. Kill it.
Whatever. Money. I just cannot believe it. Like, what is the point of saying, so-called, that, like I can't talk. All right, so what's the point of saying that? Never again, never forget, whatever. When it's happening again, very obviously, right in front of everyone's face. Never again, never again. Okay, and then in Ukraine, Russia destroyed a Holocaust museum. And Russia says that we're invading Ukraine to stop Nazis when Zelensky is a Jewish guy. They're talking out of their ass.
You know how to handle yourself.
Completely. And Putin is completely paranoid and insane. And he will be killed by the end of this year. I can almost guarantee that.
Why triumph is his specialty.
By natural reasons or otherwise.
Challenge the legendary Anakin Skywalker.
Natural
I can say
reasons.
for a bit more.
Like, what's his face? The jerk from Cuba. I can't remember his name anymore. Fidel Castro. But just because those guys ended, and his brother dead, by the way? I don't remember, but even if the brother is dead or is about to die, is communism really going to end in Cuba? I mean, that place used to be a paradise in the 50s. People would go over there from America. There was casinos over there. Communism is like wokeness. It destroys everything, turns everything into shit. Turns China into crap, turns Russia into crap. Everywhere it touches, turns Venezuela into crap. Oh, you might get a few good years, just like socialism, until you run out of other people's money. And then everybody starves. People die. And then the dictator that you always knew they were comes out and they kill more people. Anybody who disagrees with them, they die. Well, that's my thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, that's how it is. And even though I don't really know jack shit about Ukraine, I don't. But I do know that they're innocent people, and they're under the tyranny of Russia. I do believe that Ukraine will, you know, will be triumphant. That Russia was not expecting the fight that they were in for because they were expecting an easy win like Crimea.
They were expecting it to fall like France or Poland in a day or two for the Germans.
Okay, well, I mean, like with Canada,
Or
I know that
Belgium.
with Canada, I know that one of their best expert snipers has volunteered to go over and fight. That that people from Germany and even in the United States, because apparently, even if you're retired from the service, that you cannot go over to volunteer to fight because then you'll lose your citizenship, you'll lose your retirement or whatever. It's just like, excuse me, but if I was a guy that I served my country, United States, I want to do something else, you don't own me. You don't own me.
Are you sure about that? I've never heard that, but that sounds
I
kind of
heard it
crazy.
from I heard it.
I
I heard it
understand.
from my dad.
I don't know about losing your citizenship, but what do you mean, your military pension?
Yes,
That sounds insane.
apparently so. I don't know. You know, please fact check me on that. But like a lot of people that have been through hell for their own particular country, for England or for Canada, are volunteering to fight for Ukraine against the Russians. Now, what does that say? That they put in their time, they've risked their lives for their country, for their families, but now they're willing to put it all on the line again for something that they believe in. And they don't even have any skin in the game, but they're willing to go and possibly die. That's incredible. I couldn't even really believe that myself. I mean, I don't even know if I could do that. If I did like 8 years in Iraq or something like that, and I finally come home, am I going to throw myself back into the fire spray? I don't think so for myself. Especially when it's like a random kind of country, like a random Chin American, I guess. But
Sheldon says, I'm sorry, but those are just slogans.
what?
I'm not sure which slogans he's talking about.
Slogans. I don't know, but anyway, so it's March now.
Real quick, Sheldon says, I wholeheartedly agree with Dan on this one. American volunteers were once the vanguard of liberty around the globe and should be again. Yeah,
Yes.
true liberty, but again, do Ukrainians really have true liberty? I mean,
Well,
what if China fought Russia? Which side would we go on? They're both a-holes.
Well, I mean, like, if Ukraine doesn't fight for everything that they hold dear, they will know nothing but tyranny for the rest of their lives. Now, it sucks because Biden's in office now. Complete and utterly weak. The epitome of weakness. The definition of incompetence. So the bad guys see this as an opportunity to kill and conquer. That's it. I mean, like, and that's it. Like, Russia doesn't give a single fuck what they destroy or who they kill. They will kill and destroy everything until they get what they want. They want to conquer Europe. That's it. And they won't stop there. If they do, they will want to conquer the world. I'm letting you know right now. Like, the same thing with World War II, with the Nazis, with the Blitzkrieg. The world's like, holy shit. They're moving so fast. Okay, they capture Poland. You know, they captured this. Oh, they captured that. Okay. Until, they're not stopping. They're gonna conquer the fucking world. Maybe we should do something now. But at that point, it was almost too late. Stop them now. It's the same chapter of the same book I read a bunch of times there. Stop them now. Nip that in the bud. What should have happened with Ukraine was, if I was president of the United States, okay, no. You know, in seriousness, hear me out.
I got killed here. I'm not shushing you. I'm trying not to swear here. Although I've already done it 3 or 4 times in a stream already. So I'm real.
Dude, like, for me, I've sworn, like, you know, at least like 100 times already, so don't worry about it. But anyway, if I was president of the United States, what I would have done was I would have shipped so many tanks and rocket systems to the border of Ukraine. I would have sent 25,000 soldiers and everything else to say, don't fucking attack Ukraine, or else it will be a world war. And then Putin will be like, oh shit, I'm gonna, you know, eat my pudding or some shit. I'm just go in my corner. And then it wouldn't have happened. And like, you know, you gotta say like, hey, you know, like, you know, to put it in perspective, if you're in an alley, and someone's gonna try to mug you with a knife, you're gonna pull a gun on them, right? And say like, you're gonna rethink this, and you're gonna walk away. The same type of feeling with that. Say like, you know, I want you to go home and rethink your life. You know, before I, you know, blow your brains out. You know, in that kind of sense. But, you know, it was too little too late because of Biden's incompetence, because he left all that shit in Iraq for the Taliban to take. How about that?
It's only 85 billion worth of stuff. I mean,
yeah, I think I'm gonna take it out of his paycheck, and if he can't pay it back, maybe I'll bury him in like a 3-foot deep grave, you know, unmarked. It was just a complete disaster, a complete disgrace, a spit in the face to everyone that sacrificed everything for that. I know 4 people that have fought in that war. And they've lost friends. One guy lost a goddamn hand. And all this other shit. And what did they fight for? Nothing? I don't think so. We had to finish the mission. With whatever that was. We were not supposed to police them. We were supposed to go in there, kill people and break things. Steal things if need be. And leave it a heaping, smoldering mess. And then leave, not to stay there. Damn, it's like, you know, the military is meant to kill people and break things. And that's it. We're not a police force. America is not the police of the world.
Required enemies harmlessly killed.
And with Trump, he was just like, hey, UN, you owe us $200 billion that you just, like, stole from us. You're doing this. I remember the scene, there's Trump at some kind of meeting with world leaders, and he's literally shoving people aside. Like, you know, get out of my way. America coming through, bitch. And you owe us fucking money, France. So get on it right now, or I'm gonna shove this croissant up your ass. I'm like, fuck yeah. And like, America's back for real.
Gosh.
You know? Yeah, apparently it's an R-rated stream tonight. Or are you just going to delete everything?
No, I'm gonna let it stand.
Okay. I don't want to get you in trouble. But it's just like, I can't believe the inaction, the incompetence, and the apparent inability to do anything easy and straightforward. I mean, like, come on, man. I mean, like, you see what's happening, and nobody does anything for like 2 months until it's well past too late. I'm like, oh man, what are you guys doing? I didn't know it was like, like you get like shit-faced drunk every day, and I don't know.
Stay close.
Master Windu wouldn't be as gentle. But I have a...
Sheldon. I hate to say it, but the recent wars we fought for the imperial dreams of our self-proclaimed rulers and the petrodollar, that's it. Sheldon says, and all that's going now is exactly the Roman Republic was transformed to the Roman Empire. That's what they're doing, and it sucks.
Well, I mean, like, it's not going to come to pass. I mean, like, it's not going to fucking pass. It's not going to sit well without something happening.
Which of the sins?
For like way too long, that the USD, the United States dollar has been the money of the world. And I'll be fucking damned if the frickin' Chinese yen or ping pong or whatever the hell it is going to replace the American dollar. Fucking no way, I say.
I hope not.
Oh boy, like, okay, I'll put it into perspective. Can you imagine paying, 200 billion yen per gallon of gas? How do you even, how do you even conceive that? Oh yeah, do you want a Big Mac? It's gonna be 10,000 yen or some shit. Like, fuck that. 10,000 yen? Oh yeah, it's like $2. Then just say $2.
Well, it's like
10,000 yen.
Japanese money is basically, it's almost like they're pennies. It's like, something costs 10,000. It's more like, $10 or $100, whatever.
But the thing is, eventually China will be tired of waiting for the United States to pay back the ridiculous debt we owe them. And I would say,
You know how to wipe out debt, don't you? You go to war with them.
Yes.
Then you just have all the debts forgiven. Sure.
Oh yeah.
It's the only
No,
way to
yes.
do it.
I'm so sorry, China, but it's never gonna fucking happen.
Well, we're going to go to war with
And
you. Not only are we not paying our debts, we're also going to seize all the assets that you, your country, all your countrymen have bought in the United States. All the buildings, all the land, they're going to revert to the U.S. government. And we can sell them
no,
again to Americans and people.
no.
Yeah. It's how you do
I mean,
it.
like,
Declare war and seize every asset.
China has grown way too powerful with everything. They have their tentacles into our sports. They own all the sports brands almost. They make everything. They make all the sports equipment.
They own
They
the
make all the
NBA.
they make all the jerseys. They pay all the money. Now, if you look at freaking LeBron James, whatever, the big ass crybaby bitch, he's not going to say anything bad about China because China owns the NBA. Duh. Okay. And he dares call himself an American, in which he just easily sells himself out for money. Once again, money. If he wasn't as good as basketball, drooling all over the place, whatever.
Drooling. I like that.
Like a freaking idiot. Yes, guess what? Like a high schooler could play basketball just as good as you. You're nothing special. Do you know that? You're nothing special. You're just special because you're tall.
Yep.
And would that just eat his freaking heart out? And I would laugh. He's not done anything special. If anything, he's a traitor. That's what I say. Playing a game for kids, you're making more than anyone else could make in the 10 lifetimes. And then all of a sudden, then you got this God complex that you think you know better than anyone else, that you think that your opinion matters more than anyone else, and it means nothing. I wish I could tell him that in person. I really do. He's completely ignorant. He's insane. LeBron James. Don't even get me started about freaking Tom Brady. God damn! Like he was retired for 44 days, and he's 44 years old. But then he's just like, "Oh, I'm coming back to football." No, fuck off. Please be a coach. I think he would be one hell of a football coach. But okay, greed and addiction to fame will be your downfall, Tom Brady. Now, I can only imagine it's going to be next season. Alright, he's going to be quarterback for Tampa Bay Buccaneers again. And he's going to get motherfucking clotheslined like you've never seen before. And he's going to be fucked up for the rest of his life. Now, when he can't walk anymore, I'll ask him, I hope it was worth it. You have 7 Super Bowl rings. You have nothing more to prove. But you come back because of your arrogance? Bitch.
I don't know, retiring your top of the game on your top of the game isn't always makes it cracked up to be.
No, I think that Tom Brady should have retired when he won the last Super Bowl with the New England Patriots. It seemed that everybody knows him for, but he just can't help himself. Now, yes, he's a great all-time quarterback, whatever. But the thing that just completely turns everybody off is his arrogance and his self-righteousness. And it just kills it. Yes, you're that good, but have some humility. But he just does not. So, in the meantime, I wish that he gets completely cracked. You're like, oh, I want to go back for a moment. You're 44 years old, man. 44. You're going against, like, 23, whatever, in their 20s. They're going to destroy you, man. Like, I just can't wait to see what will happen to Tom Brady. With one play, it only takes one play. His protection will fail, and there will be this 350-pound motherfucker that will frickin' lay on him and crack his back. I get to see it. Because he's so arrogant. He thinks he's untouchable.
That's one subject I don't normally speak about because I know almost next to nothing on it is sports.
Well, I mean, like, for me, I just know about football, really. For me, I was big into hockey about 2 years ago, but then I just I don't know. I just kind of lost interest in it for the time being.
Take them out. Keep moving. Why does everyone think they can take on the Jedi?
Oh my gosh. We're still winning, yay. This will be my last game. I gotta get to bed. I'm still not feeling great. Everything that's happened all weekend.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What's to hide behind now?
As many deaths as you need to.
Alright, well, in that case, I'm gonna log off now.
Alright. Thanks for being here, Dan. You too, Sheldon. I got probably another 20 minutes left of this game. Where it's going. It's going slow.
No. Alright, so then I'll stay on that, 20 minutes. That's a pretty long time.
Well, maybe not that long. Looks like 29 to 10.
Well, I mean, of course, if you want to talk after the live stream, I'm here for you too. But if you gotta go to bed, sick, I understand that.
Eat that. Eat that. I don't even know who these people are anymore. Chew. Oh my gosh. What? Okay. Now it's 18 to 14. Oh, I'm also feeling flush. Too tired. Maybe I'm not tired. My God. Didn't see who I'm fighting. Now we're up by 2. Sheldon says, well, I've heard the NFL has always wanted to soften their appearance, so maybe they'll switch to flag football when Brady retires. That's funny. God bless America. Come on! Alright, Dan, thanks for being here if you're still here. Have a good night.
You know, I'm just here at the moment.
I wasn't sure if you were here or not. Go, Anakin. Oh my gosh. How hot am I? Burning up.
I'm going to bed. You know, please take care.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for being here.
So, like, you know, do you know what sickness you have? Like a cold or what?
Well, I had that shock.
Not so smart now, are you?
A shot.
My boys will make short work.
Alright, Dan, take care. Oh my gosh. Well, we're gonna win. Oh, we lost a player and we're winning? Well, we may not win. We lost somebody.
Boba Fett ends the round and prepares to build for services
Alright.
rendered.
Sheldon, thanks for being here. Everybody else, until next time, so long, farewell. If you just good night, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Until then, God bless you, God bless your families, God bless the USA, and peace out. And that means for everywhere. We need peace, not war. Alright, Sheldon. Yep, it was fun. Hang out again. I hope I enjoyed the spirited discussion. Thank you. Hope you and your family recover. See you next time. Yeah, especially for my wife. Keep her in your prayers. Alright, bye everyone. Till next time. Bye-bye.